In this podcast episode, historian Dr. David Starkey discusses the current state of England and the broader implications for British identity and governance. He delves into the historical context of England's relationship with Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, and how this has shaped the modern British identity. Starkey argues that the fall of England is not merely a contemporary issue, but a culmination of historical events and decisions that have led to a fragmented national identity and a dysfunctional government structure. Starkey begins by emphasizing the distinction between English and British identities. He asserts that Britain has never been a cohesive nation-state with a singular set of values. Rather, it is a collection of distinct cultures and histories. The Union of 1707, which brought England and Scotland together, did not erase their separate identities. Instead, it allowed for a complex interplay of national pride and cultural nationalism, with each nation retaining its unique traditions and values. He critiques the notion of British values, arguing that they are largely a construct for export rather than a reflection of a unified national identity. Starkey points out that the historical narratives surrounding Britishness often overlook the rich tapestry of individual national identities, which have been overshadowed by a homogenized view of British culture. Starkey discusses the significant changes brought about by the Blair government, particularly through devolution and large-scale immigration. He argues that devolution has led to a marginalization of England within the United Kingdom, as Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland have gained political representation that England lacks. This has created a sense of imbalance and confusion within the British political landscape. The influx of immigrants has further complicated the issue of national identity. Starkey contends that the current approach to immigration lacks a coherent framework for integrating newcomers into British society. He believes that there should be a clear expectation for immigrants to adopt the values and identity of their new home, rather than allowing for a multiculturalism that dilutes the essence of Britishness. A significant portion of the discussion revolves around the monarchy's role in shaping British identity. Starkey argues that the monarchy has historically served as a unifying symbol of national pride and continuity. However, he expresses concern that recent coronations and the diminishing emphasis on the monarchy's political significance have weakened this role. He believes that the monarchy should embody the historical legacy of the nation and serve as a reminder of the values that have shaped British society. Starkey emphasizes the importance of cultural heritage and historical consciousness in fostering a sense of national identity. He advocates for a return to a biculturalism that recognizes the distinct identities within the UK while promoting a shared understanding of British history. He suggests that educational initiatives should focus on instilling a sense of pride in this heritage, allowing individuals to appreciate the complexities of their national identity. The conversation shifts to the decline of community and the erosion of traditional working-class values. Starkey reflects on the historical significance of voluntary organizations and community engagement, which have been replaced by a welfare state that diminishes personal responsibility. He argues that the welfare system has created a culture of dependency, where individuals no longer feel the need to take control of their lives or contribute to their communities. Starkey highlights the importance of self-directed activity and the role it plays in fostering a sense of agency among individuals. He believes that the current political landscape has failed to address the needs and aspirations of the working class, leading to a disconnect between the political elite and the general populace. This disillusionment has contributed to a broader sense of societal fragmentation. As the discussion progresses, Starkey addresses the economic challenges facing the UK. He points to a productivity crisis and the difficulties in generating sustainable economic growth. He critiques the reliance on government spending and infrastructure projects as a means of stimulating the economy, arguing that these approaches often lead to inefficiencies and waste. Starkey warns that the UK is on a precarious path, drawing parallels with historical examples of economic collapse. He emphasizes the need for a fundamental reevaluation of economic policies and governance structures to avoid a crisis similar to that experienced in Argentina. He believes that without significant changes, the UK risks facing dire consequences, including potential bankruptcy. Starkey critiques the current political landscape, particularly the Labour Party under Keir Starmer. He argues that the party has become disconnected from its working-class roots and has instead aligned itself with a new elite class. He expresses concern that the Labour Party's policies reflect a broader trend of governance that prioritizes bureaucratic control over individual agency. He calls for a return to political accountability and a recognition of the importance of individual rights and responsibilities. Starkey believes that the current system has become overly complex and bureaucratic, stifling innovation and progress. He advocates for a political environment that encourages personal responsibility and community engagement, rather than one that fosters dependency on the state. In conclusion, Starkey's insights into the fall of England serve as a call to reflect on the historical, cultural, and political factors that have shaped the current state of the nation. He emphasizes the need for a renewed sense of national identity, grounded in an appreciation of history and cultural heritage. He advocates for a political and economic restructuring that prioritizes individual agency and community engagement, warning that without such changes, the UK may face significant challenges in the future.